Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lovelost. First off, hold on. Nico's given serious side eye, but can we all just appreciate Uncle Tomas's workout outfit? It's so on brand. It's so him. It's perfect. I think this is from Get Famous, but I can't remember. Also, if he's looking a little bit darker today, it's because he got himself a tan. He got really tan. He was spending most of his day out on the pool, like in the pool on the floaties. I may have even mentioned that last episode. I can't remember, but let's catch up a little bit here. So last episode, we did spend a lot of time with Crisos and his little first date with his first crush. And yes, I know that was just a Discord notification sound. Thank you. I always forget to close Discord as I start to record. But anyway, yes, we spent a lot of time with Crisos last episode with his very first date with Rosa from school. And look, he's got this cute little picture at his desk still, of course. It is Sunday night. It's almost like, it's like 7:30-ish. So, Crisos is just hanging out in his room, but Nico is out here with Tomas, and they were just kind of chit-chatting a little bit. Remember, I think they're friends. I want to say they're friends in the actual panel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're friends. They're even good friends. Yeah, they're good friends. They're very close. And I think that they were just kind of chit-chatting because remember, Tomas is staying with them for some time, but he did start to look for a new job, and Tomas is, he's a lover. He just is. He loves anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter. And I think he was going to be looking into the romance consultant career, that new career we got with Lovestruck. I haven't explored it once. And I think that that's what he's doing. He's telling Nico, he's like, well, you know, I'm a lover. He's like, I can give good advice. I think I give good advice. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do it. And Nico is just kind of like thinking in the back of his head, we could probably use your advice right now, but I'm not gonna like clue you into that, because him and Tulia are of course still in therapy. Now here's the thing though, with the Cupid's couple sessions, like the Cupid's counseling, finally, okay. So when I checked this, maybe a couple of hours ago in-game hours before I started recording, this wasn't available. It said there were no sessions available and to come back next week. So it seems as though you can only go once a week in game, which is not what I was anticipating. I probably read that at some point and just completely forgot, but I was waiting, like, when can they go back to therapy? And they're going to be going back this week. So probably tomorrow. It's a little bit late today. And Nico actually has work in like 2 whole seconds in the game. So he has to go to work. And Tulia is still at home. We'll catch up with her in a second. But they're going to be going to counseling tomorrow, probably when Tulia gets back from work and before Nico goes to work. So Tulia works until 3 and Nico doesn't go to work until 8. So they'll have, hopefully that's plenty of time. Hopefully it's plenty of time. And we have Tulia here. She's actually working on a book. Remember, she is a writer. She's in the journalist career. She's gotten pretty high in that. And she's currently working on a little side project though. Now, I'm treating it more of like a diary for her. I know we have the journals in game, but I think she does a lot of her work on here. She is a journalist. She's on the computer writing things a lot. It's just her preferred medium to write. And she's working on a little book at the moment. It's technically a book because I had to give it like a name and I wanted her to continuously work on it. Oh, here we go. Go to work. Yes, Nico, go to work. And she's working on a little thing called Roses and Reconciliation. I thought it would show up in her inventory since she's not currently working on it now, unlike that little USB. But it's kind of her own personal journal about how therapy is going with Nico. And as you can see, she's in a very good mood. She's very happy. I pinned this. She wants to watch the sky from being a love bug. She wants to make another sim happy. And I think that she's thinking about Nico because their last session, i.e. their first session, was really, really beneficial. And then they went on their little date. Look what I did. The flowers from their date. they had a wonderful date to the point that Tulia was so overwhelmed with rediscovering her attraction to Nico that she just kissed him. She just straight up kissed him, and he was so baffled. And she also made the realization that she did want to work on their marriage, which was huge because that was the big hurdle. She wasn't sure if she really wanted to work on it. She hadn't given it that much thought. So I'm going to get her ready for bed. Nico and Tomas are, I suppose, wrapping up their jog here, though I should probably make Nico just go to work, and then we'll catch up with them tomorrow. I just wanted to point this out quickly because Crisos is sitting in the living room with his mother at the moment. He's getting some breakfast down before he goes to school, and he's feeling very happy aside from this underlying tension, from familial distress, from being near family. I just need to escape this family. This is kind of big for me. I kind of want to unpack it just a little bit. First off, doesn't our boy, doesn't he look so nice? He looks so fly. I love his outfit. It's custom content. I don't know specifically what it is, so please do not ask me. I genuinely don't know. My CC collection's so big at this point. It would be very difficult for me to track it down, but I think it's by Clumsy Alien. That much I can give you. But anyway, him being stressed around his family, specifically just his mother and just his father, not Uncle Tomas. He loves being around Uncle Tomas. They get along. They're two peas in a pod. It's great. But he gets really stressed out being around his family now. And I think it's because he saw, I don't know, how crushes can be and how that first love can be. And he notices now that his parents just maybe aren't in love. That's his teen perspective. You have to think about that too. It's just his teen perspective. He doesn't fully understand love. He's only, I would guess that Crisos, because I said he's probably in his senior year, so maybe he's 16 or 17. He doesn't fully understand what love can be and all the different ways that it can look, if you will. But he certainly knows that his parents are not a shining example of two people madly in love with one another. He's picked up on that much. So kind of unfortunate. We're actually going to fix this thermostat quick, but Crisos is going to go to school on his own today since we are focusing on mom and dad and Uncle Tomas. And speaking of Uncle Tomas, he's getting some breakfast now as well. Also, that portrait, when Sims get tan, is terrifying. Their eyes get huge. As you can see, that's not the case. But we're going to go ahead and get him that job that I was mentioning. I want him to become I think it's romance consultant. And I feel like he was talking to Tulia, and he's just like, oh, Tulia, I think it's going to be perfect for me. It'll be perfect. He's like, I know everything about love. It'll be great. I'll help people find so much love they won't know what to do with it. I feel like that's such Uncle Tomas energy. Okay, let's go ahead and find this career. Because I think, is it semi-active? I don't remember. Romance consultant. Okay. Are you a natural at interpreting feelings, a sucker for romance, and interested in helping others find their happily ever after? Tomas in a nutshell. You may be destined to become a romance consultant. Career branches are relationship counselor and matchmaker. Ooh, I think personally, we can kind of vote on this, but I think that Uncle Tomas would absolutely go to the matchmaker route compared to a relationship counselor. 100%. So he has now entered the romance consultant career. He works on Tuesday at 9 a.m. So he doesn't work today. So his first task is to study modern love on a computer. Okay, we could just go ahead and do that now. We'll just do that now with Uncle Tomas a little bit here. Now, I want to say it would probably be under what? Web? Oh, maybe it's under career? Study modern love. Okay, so it's under career. That is fine. Work assignment, watch telenovela TV channel for 2 hours. That's how Tomas spends his days anyway. Once Tulia goes off to work, I feel like that's what he's going to do. So he's going to research some things about modern love. And Nico's still in bed because he got home from work at 2 a.m. I can't even talk. And Tulia has work in about a half hour as well. So it's going to be Tomas and Nico. And maybe Nico and Tomas can spend a little bit more time together as well. Because I liked their little jog. That's something that Nico has been doing a bit more because he's feeling better about his relationship with Tulia, going in a positive direction. He's gotten back into working out and doing good things for his body and his soul, It's amazing. A lot of healing is going on here. Now, I don't know why Uncle Tomas is getting this phone call, but I have an idea. Teacher had to break up a fight between Crisostomo and another student in the hall today. What should we do? Well, because we all know Uncle Tomas is, he's not the parental figure in the household. I feel like Crisos got in trouble and they were like, we need to call your parents or something. And he's like, oh, just call my uncle or whatever. Or he gave them like a different phone number and it was actually Uncle Tomas's number. Since Uncle Tomas has no parenting skill, we're going to kind of roll with this. We have one option, have them work it out. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but what if Crisos like got in a fight because someone was like being mean to Rosa or something? I don't know. I don't know. Just Uncle Tomas in his natural habitat, watching his spicy telenovelas and not actively working. Not yet. Oh my God, look at that. Hold on. The eye roll, please. But he loves his telenovelas. With Crisos off at school and Tulia off at work, and the guys here really getting into their fitness again, where I feel like Tomas is very much into fitness. He's tip-top physique, and he's helping Nico kind of get back on the horse a bit. This beautiful gym by Game Sims. Now, I don't believe that this is on the gallery. I think I downloaded tray files, which I was able to find on Tumblr. I could be wrong. I also found their Instagram. They're just an amazing builder, so definitely go check out everything that they've done. But this gym is amazing. I love it. You've got like a bar up here, which is great, and it's just very neon and fun. I love it. You got punching bags. You've got the what are they called? Treadmills. And then you have some weightlifting machines and more treadmills down here, as well as a pool, which is great with the diving board, which I also love. Got some nice showers and everything for you to get all nice and clean afterwards. So I think what we're gonna do, I feel like they really have to get back into it. So why don't we have them work out together just on the treadmills for now? And Nico's just like, oh my gosh, this place is so... It's for the young people, right? Like this is for the youthful people. And Tomas is like, oh, there's no such thing. He's like, you can be youthful at heart. You know what? Age is nothing. You could be youthful at heart. You belong here. It's okay. And Nico's just like, oh my God, there's equipment. Like the style's very not middle-aged man in his head. But he humored Tomas, and I want them to talk. They can talk on treadmills, right? They can talk while they're on the treadmill. There we go. I think he's going to congratulate him on the new job and be like, well, Tomas, I know that you've been staying with us for a little while now, and that the whole goal is for you to kind of get a job, get your own place, get back up on your feet. So I'm thrilled to hear about this new job. Can you tell me more about it? And he's like, oh, Nico, he's like, I'm going to be a matchmaker. That's my goal. He's going to share some love insights, and he's going to start giving some passive advice. I love this. He's just going to be like, you know what? If I saw you and Tulia from miles away, he's like, you two would end up together no matter what. I just know it. Is this the personal trainer? Go away. I literally told him to go away. Also, Tomas just got a call from Josefina Cruz. Congrats on landing that sweet job. I think this is going to be great for you. I haven't introduced you all to Josefina yet. Oh, I might have to do that. I wanted this to be a Nico and Tulia episode, but it's slowly transforming into a Tomas episode. Oh, Nico. Tomas is just like, yeah, rub some dirt in, Nico. You're gonna be okay. He's just got his phone out and he's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, hold on. Tomas has a moonlit right now from romance consultant career. Love is fleeting. The power of love just doesn't feel the same anymore. Why? Nico's got to go on a date. I'm sorry, not Nico. God, Tomas. Tomas has to go on a date. He does. He needs to go on a date because he is not feeling... I need to take a screenshot because y'all know that's funny. That's hilarious to me. He needs to go on a date. You know what? Since he moved in with them, he hasn't gone on a single date yet. And Josefina was someone he was going out with before he kind of moved in. He hasn't seen her in some time. Maybe they should go out on a little date. So Tulia just got home from work, and Nico was just like prancing around the house, completely shirtless after his workout with Tomas. And she came right in and gave him a kiss on the cheek. That is not what I was expecting. She was about to compliment his appearance, and she just straight up kissed him on the cheek. You're kidding. Tulia, I think things are going well. I mean, but here's the thing. We have to remember this, and I keep emphasizing it as well, is that their physical attraction to one another was never a problem. Like, her finding him attractive and wanting to be physically connected to him is not abnormal. That's something that they don't have to work on at all. That is not something that they have to work on. And maybe that's kind of going to be the topic of conversation, I think, today when they go to counseling. But I think right now, I think I'm going to have Nico give her a tender embrace. And he's just like, oh, Tulia, how was your day at work? Please tell me all about it. I know we're about to go to counseling, but I'd love to hear about your day. And she's like, you're not upset that I was a little bit late? She was about like 20 minutes late from getting home. And he's like, no, he's like, I know your job is very important to you. And I know that you weren't intentionally late. I'm trying to be a bit more understanding with that. And I'm just excited to go to counseling with you and talk more about everything, and I think she was very receptive to that. And she's like, well, thank you so much for understanding, Nico. I appreciate you very much for that. Crisos is getting a phone call. Sometimes I can't handle the Sims. There's too much going on. Oh, wait a minute. No. Nuh-uh. Outstanding work, Crisostomo. I've noticed your impressive grades, which makes you eligible for early graduation. Would you like to? I've never done that with high school years before, so I'm going to say cancel, but he's performing superbly. He can graduate early if he talks to the principal or use the computer. No kidding. Crisos, you have your first little love and you're doing great in school to the point you graduate early. No way. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this. I completely forgot him. And Rosa did attend prom because at the time of them going on their first date and all that other fun stuff, it was basically already prom. Hold on, let me show you the photos. How did I forget this? This episode it's starting to become an episode like some of my other LPs where things are just like, they're just a bit, they're unhinged in like a good way. But look at this. Look at this baby. Look at him in his prom photo. And Rosa looked beautiful. Crisos, look at his suit with the pink roses. It's so him. They looked so good together. Yes, I actually played out the entire prom. Yes, I had them take prom photos at the venue. And yes, they went out afterwards with all of their friends because Crisos actually won prom royalty. How did I forget to tell you this? How did I forget this? They took a little photo yeah, they took a little couples photo too, which I'm not gonna put there because we already have one similar to it. But look at those prom babies. I feel like Tulia cried when they got ready and she saw how beautiful her son looked. Anyway, okay, let me get back on track here and put down the walls. So they're about to go to couples counseling. So we're gonna go ahead, go to Cupid's Corner, go to Cupid's counseling with Tulia, and we're about to get 1,000,001 pop-ups when they go to couples counseling, as long as Tulia says yes. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought she wasn't gonna say yes. I was a bit scared. Excellent. I forgot they could say no. So they're off to counseling. I think they probably just, actually, wait a minute. Nico, hold on. Let's put you in clothes. There you go, buddy. Let's put you in some clothes. And Crisos actually has what's it called? A school project. I think he's going to ask his uncle to help him out. So we're going to have him start working carefully. Uncle Tomas, he was exhausted from just being at the gym and getting his job today. Oh my gosh, it took a toll on him. So he's out here relaxing in the pool. He looks absolutely naked. He's not though. He has a Speedo. It's fine. Okay, here we are with the pop-ups to move us through couples counseling, which I appreciate so much. I need to emphasize that. So let's start with you, Nico. Close your eyes, look within. What feelings are you sensing in your body today? He did leave the house happy. I think he's in very good spirits. You know what? He's probably feeling those endorphins from his workout with Tomas. He's feeling great about Tulia's outward affection towards him, not only on their date, but when she got home from work. So he's gonna say, I'm happy and I know it. It's so good to hear that you're feeling well. Let the feelings wash over you like syrup on pancakes. Sure, the spongy bread of your relationship can soak up the gooey positivity and provide you with years of delicious happiness. I can't lie, that was kind of gross actually. I didn't really like that. Okay. How about you, Tulia? How are you feeling today? When she left the house, she was feeling flirty. But I kind of want to change things up a little bit. I want to test to see how this goes. I don't think she's going to say I'm feeling flirty because Tulia is the one that is a bit more, I think, reserved in the sense of, you know, she's been kind of letting some things slip through the cracks with her need to be physically affectionate with Nico, which hasn't happened in a very long time, but it doesn't solve their relationship problems, right? So even though she's feeling very flirty, I think she realizes that in this setting, that's not really going to help anything. You know, it's not going to help anything. They need to get down to the root of their problem. So I think she's just going to say, I can't complain. Let's see how that goes. That's so great to hear. Soak it up, Tulia. Life is a chaotic dance. Our motivations ebb and flow like the wind. Okay, we must take care of ourselves first and foremost before we can devote ourselves to others. That is very true. Start getting to know the person within, Tulia. Okay. Let's get to the root of some of the issues. What are you having trouble with in your relationship? So again, attraction, not an issue. And even technically in the game, romantic satisfaction, I think is really high for both of them. Again, things aren't super balanced in my opinion. So it's not romantic satisfaction. I really think it's the dynamic still, because their romantic relationship has been improving, but their dynamic, I've gotten no prompt to change that dynamic. And that's what really needs to change to allow the romantic relationship to continue to grow, to ensure that satisfaction stays high. Attraction, not even an issue. So we're going to say romance dynamics. Do you not like how the romance dynamic is playing out? We can work on that. Yes. Nico, our romance dynamic feels dead. That's kind of true. I want something new in this relationship. I crave stimulation. That is not what I was expecting from Nico. But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm guilty of this, so I'm going off of my experience. I'm very content and complacent in my environment, in my relationships and everything else. And sometimes complacency, even if it's comfortable, can basically be the ticking time bomb, right? It can be. You need to have new and fun things. And Nico isn't one to ask to go do new and fun things, or to ask Tulia, for example, to join him in the things that he enjoys, right? That was a big thing. They don't really have shared interests. They don't really take an interest in each other's interests. And Tulia is kind of an adventure seeker, but Nico is more reserved just as a person. And maybe it took him until now to really realize that he needed more in this relationship. They needed to have new experiences with one another. They needed to explore just new things with each other, even if that means just exploring one another's interests, because they're not their sole interest. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if he should ask for advice or vent to each other. Venting at this stage could result in them backtracking from the progress they've made. I think they're a little bit too fragile still, so we're going to ask for advice. I believe this is similar to some of the advice we got last time, so it's fine. If you desire a wholesome dynamic, try spending some quality time together. For instance, try cooking together. So again, I think it's that emphasis of like, well, why don't you do things with one another that you enjoy, that one person enjoys that maybe the other hasn't done yet, or just whatever, just having those shared interests is really good. Maybe try cooking together for, Nico to kind of satisfy and fill his love tank. But for Tulia, I'm going to kind of plug this now. We'll see if it comes up, but she used to love going out dancing. We showed it in, I think, the second episode of when they first met. They were out dancing at a club. She wants to go out and have a good time still. She's middle-aged. She's not dead. Okay, well, I would love to dive into this more, but we are at time for today. What is your goal that you both have for the next week? So I think we're going to do new things together. And the way that translates for me is taking an interest in the other's interests and doing those things with each other. They kind of went on a really nice date that it was supposed to kind of simulate their first date, but it didn't really. They had a nice date, but it was a little bit awkward. We're going to do new things together. Wonderful. Might I suggest purchasing a costume trunk or who's up party games? Things like this are fun, but also allow you to get to know each other. We will not be doing that quite yet, but thank you. Our babies are back and looking very happy. This is thrilling to me. So I believe they probably both have this little moodlet. So I'll check Tulia in a second. But Nico right here has a inspired moodlet goal of trying something new from going to couples counseling. As a goal for last week's therapy, Nico and his partner should try something new they haven't done before. Let me see. I think Tulia has the same one, but she also has another one. It's boosting happy and inspired. It's winning at therapy. Well, so far so good. Therapy is a piece of cake. She's feeling great right now, and she's feeling lover's bliss from being a love bug. Like, this is wonderful. I'm gonna so I actually have this mod, Sims 3 Romance. I want to see how it works. I haven't tried it yet. I'm actually just gonna have him. Oh, Nico. Oh, Nico, he was so shy. He was a bit shy, but he hasn't kissed Tulia like that in so long. And he was just like, you know, my love, I'm just so glad that we're doing this. I'm excited to try something new with you. I really am. I want to try new things with you. And I want to take an interest in the things that you have an interest in. I love this. Who's this child? Wren Grove, can you go away? Thank you so much. And she's just like, well, Nico, you know, I missed you a lot too. I did. And we'll have to plan what we want to do. My work schedule is a little bit crazy. She's going to talk about the latest party. She's like, you know, we haven't gone out dancing in a long time. He's like, we should go out dancing. We should. It should be fun, but we need to try something new. We do need to try something new. We should really try to follow our counselor's advice. And she's like, okay, all right, that's fine. We can absolutely do that. Because she is excited to do that. She is. But it went so well for them. I'm just so glad. I was worried that if I didn't choose her actually feeling flirty, it would have set things off in a terrible direction, but it didn't. So let's actually just take a look real quick at their profile, because I think they did just get another sentiment. It refreshes the sentiment every time they go, but they're in therapy. So they are feeling closer with one another yet again, because they're trying to work out their issues. It's difficult work. And I will say, even though their romantic satisfaction is like fine and satisfied and they're very attracted to one another, they still have a strained romance dynamic, and their familial dynamic is still difficult. So I think last time we spent time with them, when they went on their date, like things changed so quickly, but at the root of everything, things are still difficult. They're still difficult. They're going in a good direction, but there's always that underlying tension because things are not great. I think he's gonna be like, you know what, Tulia, would you like to cook some dinner with me? She's like, I think I would. I don't think we've ever really cooked anything together. So he's going to go ahead and do that. He's going to cook together with Tulia. And I think that Crisos is going to come in and see them cooking and be like, what is going on? Like, they've never done this before together, ever. It's going to be so odd for him to see his parents actually doing things together like that. It's going to be really weird for him. Now, what do we want to make, though? I think we're going to make this, the Palak Paneer. I probably pronounced it wrong, but I tried. We're going to go ahead and make that. We're going to have Nico and Tulia make that together. And he's feeling fulfilled because he feels satisfied in his romantic relationship, which I think is wonderful. Crisos is getting a phone call to go to the Humor and Hijinks Festival. That is not going to happen. And I think he's going to take a little break here. Just a little break from his project. He acquired the rocket the rocket science skill, and he actually, my energy I'm chaotic. So today here with Tomas, Crisos is actually feeling happy from adoring someone nearby, good company, compared to being with his family where he felt familial distress. You see how odd that is? No, Agnes Crumplebottom, we will not be talking to you. I'm so sorry. Not today, ma'am. But I'm going to... Oh my gosh. No, everybody leave me alone. I'm going to have Crisos sit down here while his dad and mom start cooking. He already feels stressed. He just walked in the house. Darn these Sims. Darn them. But I think he's going to just he's going to obsess over social media. But I'm going to have him express his admiration. And he's just going to be like, Mom, Dad, like, what are you doing? Dad usually just cooks dinner. And she's like, yes, Dad usually does just cook dinner. But I thought I would join him this time. He's going to teach me how to make, X, Y, and Z. He's going to teach me how to do some things. And he's like, you don't like cooking? She's like, I'm trying to learn. Can I not learn new skills? And he's like, oh, that's fine, whatever. Like, okay. So she's actually, did she really cook with him? Not exactly. But she sat down with Crisos and she's just like, so I know you had your school project and how's your girlfriend? And he's like, Mom, she's not my girlfriend. He's like, well, then what is she to you? we're dating. We're just trying to see how it goes. Like, God, you're so embarrassing. You're so embarrassing, Mom. Come on. I need everybody to grab a plate here too. Here, can you also grab a serving, Tomas? Come in here with your Speedo, please. And Nico has work in an hour. Okay, well, things are just they're getting a little bit out of my control. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be the end of this episode. It might be a long one. I honestly can't tell half the time. But Tulia chose to sit near Nico and have dinner. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so cool. And Crisos isn't used to his parents actually sitting down for a meal with him. They haven't done this in so long. Like the both of them. Never done, like hasn't done it in so long, in years that he can remember. So he's like, oh my God, my parents are like talking and getting along, and here comes Tomas and his Speedo. As the family enjoys dinner, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
A mí con amor libre y sincero, lo que yo siento.